Hiya, my name is Jessica Summersgill, Sales Training Manager at the Motion Picture Licensing Company, or MPLC for short. I got into sales enablement about 5 years ago now. I was working in sales myself, and I found that helping other people improve themselves was so much more satisfying than closing big deals and getting a big paycheck ever was going to be for me. There was someone in my team who was really struggling. They had joined quite recently, and I felt like seeing them improve gave me a buzz that sales never did. And so I made the decision to shift my career into a sales enablement career and path. So, what impact does sales enablement have on an organization? I don't think that you could quantify this fully, but I'm going to try. So, as a start, I think that sales enablement and your approach to it really has a big impact on the company culture, especially when dealing with new starters, where their first impression of the business is the way that you interact. They see that as the way that the business interacts. So, that's really important to create a culture where people want to do well, be encouraged to do well, and be an environment that people want to be in. That comes from being a leader, but also I think that is part of being sales enablement is being a leader. I also think that it has a huge impact on the organization's growth. So for both existing employees and processes, so for continuous improvement on what already exists, but also for onboarding, so to grow the business and like the headcount, it encourages accelerated onboarding and a quicker ramp up time for new people to get started and be successful more quickly. I think that's really important to note. As well as retention. I think that sales leaders and sales managers sometimes have a habit of having their favourite be the top performers. Whereas for me, top performers aren't necessarily receptive to wanting to learn new things, and it's the people who are maybe struggling that are willing to try new things, willing to put the effort in to do so. And when you see the change of someone who hasn't been doing so well to then having really high performance, that is that is why I go to sleep at night with a smile on my face, because to me is just so satisfying. And then lastly, what is one thing that I wish everyone knew about enablement? And I always like to think of the saying of teach or give a man a fish and he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish and he'll eat for a lifetime. And I believe that that is what sales enablement is. It's a sacrifice. It's that there is not always an immediate return. So it's an investment for an organization, not for today, but for the future, for tomorrow, and for the future growth of that organization. And that's exactly what I think sales enablement is. I think that a lot of people experience a lot of pushback from sales managers who don't necessarily want to have sales teams off the phones or out of their day-to-day job where they could be making money to do things like skills building and development. But this is really important to always be improving. People can forget how to learn. So it's important that we take that time and make that sacrifice to improve people and improve their skills, improve the processes that we do things. And I really enjoy being a part of that.